You see, Burna Boy is who he really thinks he is. Yeah, going to a French country where I'm sure in their radio they play like, let me say, 80 or 90% French music. Being an Afrobeat English artist, to go there and feel that capacity of stadium, just give it to him. You may not like him, but if you want to argue if he's the greatest or one of the greatest from Africa, if he's not on that list, I mean, you're just lying to yourself. As a journalist with over 15 years working career, I have covered politics, I have covered health beat, I have covered general current affairs, I have covered entertainment and lifestyle. As a matter of fact, entertainment and lifestyle is the beat that I spent the better part of my career covering. I mean, if you follow Channels TV, you must know a program called Metrofile that covers the beautiful weddings and birthdays, burials, and all of that. Of course, you should know my face. Entertainment as well. If you follow entertainment back then on Channels TV, you should know my face. Yeah, Ogechukwu Osih-Oyelude. Yes. Anyway, that's not what I'm here to talk about. So I have been in this beat for a very long time, seeing some of these stars move from upcoming to world-renowned stars. I remember, going for events, meeting them, doing one or two interviews for, just meeting them and watch their growth. So it's just so beautiful to see where the Nigerian entertainment industry is at the moment, especially being that I am a part of it, covering this growth. It's just so fulfilling. I say, so even the likes of Burna, I remember then when we go for events, like I said, I see Burna at events. There was this Shaka Khan was in Nigeria. Shaka Khan and Angelique Kidjo. It was a concert organized by Smooth FM. Smooth FM brought them to Nigeria. So that was the event that I saw Burna Boy's mother for the first time. I did not even know that was Burna Boy's mother. I remember interviewing her. It was much later when Burna Boy became Burna Boy, and then we knew, his mom. I was like, oh, this woman. I interviewed that. So that's the video. Of course, look at me. I was really young there. So I interviewed Burna Boy's mom. So what am I trying to say? That I knew when he was like upcoming to the stars who are now world-renowned artists today. So it's just so beautiful to see. So that's why when sometimes that Burna tries to insinuate or paint a picture like Nigerians don't support it, somehow it rubs me off the wrong way, because I remember seeing him at events and all of that. Anyway, but regardless of the love-hate relationship between Burna and his Nigerian fans, one thing is certain, that Nigerians are proud of Burna Boy. Nigerians are so happy with the achievement, of Burna. Burna practically bullied the world into listening to Nigerian music, listening to African music. He has shown the world that he's no fluke, that he's not like a one hit guy. He has been consistent over the years. And for that, Nigerians, I think, or Africans are grateful, because he really opened the doors for African music. So when people try to be funny or try to ridicule his achievement by saying, oh, he samples songs, and like, you sample song to become one of the biggest on the continent of Africa? Like, are you kidding me? All of us can sit down here and say whatever we want to say, but there is something Burna Boy brings to his art, and that's why he is Burna. That's why he is where he is today. You can't take that away from him. Like, if sampling can make you the biggest artist on the continent of Africa, then you better start sampling. I mean, what do you think? You better stop sampling because I don't know if you can sample your way to feeling Madison Square Garden. If you can sample your way to feel O2 Arena, if you can sample your way to feel stadiums around the world, sample your way to the most recent one, feeling the over 80,000 capacity Stade de France. Now they say that it's 80,000 capacity when it's for football, but when it's for music concert, it's 100,000 capacity. So since this is a concert, a musical concert, we might as well just say that Burna Boy filled like sold out 100,000 capacity Stade de France. You see, Burna Boy is who he really thinks he is. Yeah, going to a French country where I'm sure in their radio they play like, let me say, 80 or 90% French music. Being an Afrobeat English artist, to go there and feel that capacity of stadium, just give it to him. You may not like him, but if you want to argue if he's the greatest or one of the greatest from Africa, if he's not on that list, I mean, you're just lying to yourself. You see, at this point, if Burna Boy says he wants to resign, we'll gladly say, well done. Because, I mean, which other stadium or arena do you want him to fill now that he hasn't? He has practically filled all the stadiums in all these Caribbean countries, Jamaica, Barbados, all those Caribbean countries. He has filled those stadiums. Africa, just that I don't know, African continent, a lot doesn't happen there in terms of big concert. But I mean, if someone is filling an arena in a place where it's not his stronghold, you can imagine coming to Africa. So I'm not even going to go to that. But the fact that he has done the biggest stadiums and arenas all over the world, if he says he wants to resign, on by all means, he can do that. Stade de France is the biggest stadium in France. It's their national stadium. So this is like not the first time that Burna Boy is performing in Paris. I think 4 years ago or so, he performed in their 40 capacity stadium. I think that's stadium for a rugby, game. So he filled that. So it was coming. This one that he just recorded was like a build up. So that's to tell you how much they appreciate his music and his person in France. For you to be from Nigeria and you don't speak French. You are like an English Afrobeat artist and you go to fill a stadium in France. They must really have loved his, catalog over the years and his stage craft. When Burna is on stage, he gives his all. He doesn't do things in half measure, so give it to him. So yeah, so this concert, you can tell that people had a great time from the clips we saw online. Another great feat for him. So yeah, a lot of people had some good reviews that I've been seeing online, sold out, concert, and people who were there, you could tell they had so much fun. Burna Boy performed a lot of his hits, records like Burna, Big Seven, Where Them Day, On the Low, and many others. Of course, Burna Boy has like a very rich catalog of songs. So I know that he must have given them a really good time. So yeah, apart from that, there was this 3 minutes that he had just to him and the Outsiders band. So they were just playing the song. So he had this 3 minutes that it was just Burna and his band, and they played. One thing about Burna, one of Burna's biggest strength in his craft is the synergy that we see between him and his band. It's always just so beautiful to see. And they gave the fans like 3 minutes just to enjoy that, Burna Boy and the band, and it was simply amazing. So for those who haven't seen it, just go somewhere, go, it's online, watch it. I'm not going to play the audio here. Come on, you could tell that this is just like a wholesome concert. Even us watching online with the clips that were so, you could tell, even from the, the expression on the faces of the fans who attended, you could tell they had so much fun. And we're going to talk about the caliber of guest artists who, graced the stage. I'm talking about Senegalese music maestro Youssou N'Dour was there. What else do you need to, as a proof that it was just like an array of, the greatest or the best from Africa and other parts of the world. Burna Boy's latest song, the Campe, I think he did that song with a Haitian music star. His name is Joe Dwet File. Of course, that was another wild time on the stadium when that song came out, and of course, Joe himself was there, so you can imagine how electrifying the atmosphere would be. So that was another good time I saw on that stage. Also, this British star Dave was on stage with Burna. Um, who else was on stage with Burna? Also, Congolese star Dadju was on stage with Burna. That was another beautiful moment to see at that concert. Burna and Dadju, of course, over the years, we've seen what they have done together, and that was really beautiful to see both of them perform on stage. Another and one of the biggest one for a lot of Nigerians was when they said Burna with Shallipopi, like from where to where. Nobody saw that coming. And you see, Burna was also now singing like a verse in the song, and that like gave like a clue that they just might be some sort of remix, of that Shallipopi's very big song now, Laho. So that means there might just be remix between Burna Boy and Shallipopi. And that is one that will be anticipated. So it was just really beautiful to see him share the stage with a lot of stars all over the world, not just Africa. Of course, Youssou N'Dour is Africa, Dadju Africa, Shallipopi Africa, Dave British, um, Joe Dwet File from Haiti. In all, it was just an evening to have fun, enjoy yourself, and just listen to good music, which is what Burna represents. And again, Burna Boy's sister Nisi, she was also on stage as well. When she was performing, she had, Fireboy DML come on stage to perform together with her, giving all these people who maybe not now, may not, if maybe not now or even later, may not have the opportunity to, perform on that stage. Burna Boy gave all of them that platform, which is such a big deal. Yeah. You see, one day, Burna Boy and Nigerian fans will all sit down and trash out our issues. You know, we need to settle it. We don't know what we have to do to let Burna know that we support him, that we love him, and we continue to root for him. But you see, until then, we'll just do our bit. When he wins, we will cheer him up, talk about it, we praise him because no matter what, whatever he's doing for Nigeria. But if he messes up again, we'll still sit down here to talk about it. So yeah, we're so happy for him, we're so proud of him and how he has taken Nigeria up there and still, flying high the flag of Nigeria. This is just the beginning for him. I know that before the year ends, he's going to announce another maybe big stadium, that he's going to perform. I'm sure Bonanda is not showing people stadiums around the world that they can perform, concerts. So yeah, we're so happy for him. Now, for those who want to compare him with there's really no need for that. We can support everybody. Everybody can win together. But if you just want to compare, I'm just letting you know that there's really no basis for comparison with his achievements now. Nobody comes close. That's the truth. Nobody comes close. They're all doing great, but nobody comes close. See, one thing we can all say all sort want to say about Burna in terms of his behavior and maybe his relationship with his Nigerian fans. But one thing you can't take away from him is his hard work and his dedication to his craft. And you see, that is what has brought him this far. Nothing else. Of course, God and the support, the little support everybody is given, it adds up. So, but the most important thing is that he's a very hardworking, talented, and dedicated person to his craft. And when you do these three things, you will just be out there, and before you know, with that little support here and there, the sky will just be your starting point. So, like I said, congratulations to him. Congratulations for this achievement. It's no mean feat, like I said earlier. So we'll continue to root for you, continue to support in the best way we can. Congratulations once again. Anyway, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. I see you again in my next video. Now, if you've seen the videos or clips online, what do you think? What do you think? Let's meet in the comment section. I see you again in my next video. Bye for now.